Well, I'm glad I didn't pay for this pile of shit. God damn. This is just. Ooh, boy. I can only imagine how bad that Thor movie's gonna be after watching this. Or it took me a couple of days to get through the movie completely because I ended up kept turning it off at certain points. It was just. I'm not sure where to even begin with this. How bad this is. The thing that really set me off in this movie, I want to see if they got this scene on here. There's a scene where Doctor Strange is trying to recruit Wanda. Let's see. He's trying to get her to help him, and they have this conversation. And man, that conversation. Well, I guess it's. I don't know if they're going to show it on here, but basically, Doctor Strange is like, I need you to come help me with this stupid migrant chick that needs to go back to her own universe or whatever. And uh, Wanda's already way ahead of them. She knows who the girl is, and she can use her to go see her fake fucking kids that don't exist once again. So Wanda goes from terrorizing an entire town of people and keeping them in there in that bubble for it seemed like it was for months or something on there from what I remember. It seemed like it was I don't know. I don't know exactly how long it was on WandaVision, but that show was fucking garbage. So they have this conversation and she's like, "Why is it when you do things like help Spider-Man close the universe and this migrant chick, you're considered the hero, but when I do it, I'm considered the villain?" But what she leaves out is the reason that she's not the reason that she's the villain is because she kept a whole fucking town of people hostage. Now here it is. Okay, this is the scene. So they're having this convo, and she's like, "Oh, it's okay for you to go help Spider-Man and close the universe and do all that, and you're a hero. But when I do it, I'm a villain. It's not the same thing." And Doctor Strange doesn't say a fucking word to her. God, that really pissed me off, man. I was like, really? You're going to let her off the hook with this? I don't understand this shit. So it's just this same woke bullshit crap, where the woman is powerful and the man is stupid and she has to recruit her to help him to get the migrant to go back to her fucking shithole galaxy or whatever. This movie is such garbage, man. It is just a pile of shit, this whole entire thing. And this right here, this whole scene, after I watched this, I turned it off. Like, I was just like, how can you bring this conversation up and Doctor Strange doesn't say, the difference is, Wanda, I didn't hold the town of people hostage. You did. They just totally blow that off. And she just makes this point to him like, oh, you're a powerful man and you get to do what you want, but I can't. Ooh, boo hoo. Oh, man, there's just so much garbage in this movie. So, most of it is about American Chavez, which, I kid you not, is the most stereotyped thing I've ever seen in my life. She looks like, I want to see if we can find a picture on here of her. She's got the whole illegal alien migrant look down. Why aren't they showing her on here? Where's. Okay, well, I'll go back to the first thing then. Okay, here she is. So this is American Chavez in here, and her superpower, I kid you not, is to punch a hole that looks like the Carl's Jr. sign that people can run through to go between dimensions. An illegal alien whose power is to punch a hole that looks like the Carl's Jr. sign to go to another dimension. I'm not making this up. This is really what happens on there. And then on top of this, I'm struggling to get through this review here. I really am. I even debated to do this, but I figured, what the hell? I got this and another one I could do. But so they go to some universe where everything's backwards, where red is go and green is stop, and they don't have pizza. They've got mashed up pizza in a ball or something. And then she goes to some street corner or something, and there's a thing called Memory Lane. And when you look at this building, it shows you like a memory of something. So they show Doctor Strange, and he looks at it, and he's all butthurt over Rachel McAdams not wanting to be with him or whatever. And then they show her, and she's got two lesbian mothers who put a flower in her hair, and she gets stung by a bee and screams and opens up the Carl's Jr. sign to make it to the parents fly through the sign. They go through another dimension and it closes up. So she essentially kills her own parents. And she's all upset about it and everything. And she spends her existence, I guess, just going between multiversing or whatever. She's a space migrant. That's the best way I can put it. She's just traveling through these dimensions. So Wanda spends the majority of the movie fighting Doctor Strange to get the hold of that book and to get a hold of American Chavez, because she's going to turn into Rogue and suck American Chavez's powers so she can use them to go to a universe where there's a double of her, and it's raising the kids. So they're going through the universes and they're finding out all this stuff, and then they get to this one universe where Doctor Strange finds a double of himself, and then the guy tricks them, and they're presented to Illuminati, which is the guy from X-Men and a bunch of people. They got Reed Richards there, and Wanda figures it out, and then let's see. Yeah, these are the. So this is supposed to be Captain Marvel. This is Mr. Fantastic. Here's Thunderbolt and Captain Wamen, I guess. So Wanda possesses that universe's version of her here, and she goes and kills them to get to American Chavez to go see the kids or whatever, which it's just very stupid. The whole movie is very dumb, man. So Wanda slices through these four like Swiss cheese. Like this movie, Wanda is equal to Thanos in this movie. Like nobody can do anything to her. Nobody can do fuck all to her. So they all get. Reed Richards gets turned into spaghetti. It's fucking stupid. This idiot from the Bond movie, she gets squished. She takes away Deadbolt's mouth, and his head explodes from saying something. And then Captain Whammon here tries to fight her, and then rips off Captain America and says, "Oh, I can do this all day," or whatever. And then she throws the shield at Wanda, and Wanda slows it down, takes it, and throws it back at her. And the dumbass just stands there and lets her throw the thing at her, and she dies. It's so stupid. It's just So after Wanda kills them, she chases them through all these alleys and this underground base thing, and then Doctor Evil, Doctor Evil, Doctor Strange figures out to talk to this other version of himself, and he gets that Book of the Dead or whatever that they ripped off that Evil Dead crap with the book, basically. So he gets the book, and then Wanda goes back to this guy here and threatens to kill these other people, and then he gives in, and she drags him to some castle where it's basically a shrine to her. So she realizes that she was meant to do all this stuff, but she didn't care about doing any of that stuff. She didn't want to rule the world or any of that crap. She just wants to have kids that aren't hers. And the entire movie, Doctor Strange is going, Wanda, you don't have kids. These are not your kids. It's just fucking retarded, man. It's so fucking stupid. So we all end up at the end in some castle thing that's supposed to be meant for Wanda to take over the world, and Doctor Strange uses his corpse body that's already dead in that galaxy or what universe or whatever to go fight Wanda. So the funny thing, and it was funny too. That was right what Wanda said on there. So at the end, she's like, "You're a total hypocrite. You judge me for using the Darkhold, and then you use it against me." And then we're back to the same thing too. Okay, so also a subplot of this. Everybody wants to kill American Chavez for her power. All the Doctor Stranges in the other universes kept trying to kill her for some reason. They want her power, but none of them succeeded. So she spends the whole movie fighting for her life, and then at the end, she says, "It's okay, Doctor Strange, you can kill me." I'm serious. This is really what happens on here. And then he's like, "Oh no, we're not going to kill you," and all this, and I'm gonna force you to have a lifetime of training in split seconds, so you can magically use your power as if you used it your entire life. And then they try to make her like she's this big hero fighting Wanda, because all of a sudden now she's powerful wamen and she knows how to use her powers instantly now. No training, no nothing, just whiz bang. Here's a Carl's Jr. sign you can fly through. There you go. So Wanda and her have it out. Wanda wins, of course, because nobody can kill Wanda. She's too powerful. So American Chavez says, "Okay, you want to see your kids? Here's your kids." So she opens up a portal to where the kids are that Wanda spends the whole entire movie going. And she gets in there, and the kids are terrified of her because the other Wanda is there, the mom. And stupid Wanda is too dumb to realize all she had to do was kill this Wanda that she had control of, and then just come dressed as her, put her clothes on, and pretend to be her, and she could have lived her life as this. Or better yet, she could have just possessed her. Well, I don't know if she could have possessed her entire life, because this Wanda, she has the power too, so she might be able to fight back against her. I don't know. It's just so much plot holes and stupid fucking bullshit. So Wanda, the Scarlet Witch one here, goes to the where her kids are, or the they're not her kids, but she wants them to be. And the kids are terrified of her because the first thing Wanda does is smack the other Wanda and knocks her out. And then she's trying to, oh, here, is this the scene? Okay, this is the scene. So this is where Chavez gives Scarlet Witch what she wants. And here's the two kids, and they go and hide over here. And they're terrified because she smacks this Wanda against the wall and she's knocked out. And then she runs over here and she's like, "Oh, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm your mother. I would never hurt you and all this. And these two kids are like, you're not our mother. You're a witch. Get away from us. You're going to kill us and all this. And then Wanda finally has to come to terms with that these aren't her fucking kids. That everybody in WandaVision in this show have told her these aren't your fucking kids. And she just will not listen, even at the end here. And then she gets mad and releases America Chavez and realizes that she was wrong finally after she killed. God, I've lost count of how many people that Scarlet Witch has killed, man. And she's saying, well, I'm not a villain. I'm a good person and all of this. And I'm like, no, bitch, you're not a good person. You're a fucking crazy bitch. They just ruined Scarlet Witch, man. Yeah, see, this is where she's crying. She's like, oh, these aren't my kids. They hate me. They don't love me. They're not. Yeah, because they're not your fucking kids, you idiot. It's so fucking stupid, man. They just totally destroyed this character, man. They absolutely ruined Scarlet Witch. They ruined her with WandaVision. They ruined her with this. Oh, and then she said, I forgot about this too. She admits that she killed Vision on here at one point. So she says that what did she do? She shot a bolt through his head or something. She says something about she put something through his head and he died. So I don't know. That's what she claims. So she killed Vision apparently, who was back to life somehow. There's still the semen version of Vision out there that looks like a big rubber running around. So, the end of the movie, Scarlet Witch here kills herself basically, and then American Chavez is training with the monks with Doctor Strange and them, and that's the end of the movie. This was worse than WandaVision. I felt they just totally destroyed Wanda, man. They had no villain for this movie. They put all this woke crap in there. Yeah, look at how crazy she looks. Look at this face. Like, she just looks insane. I don't know why they did this to her. I like the outfit and everything. I mean, that really does look like Scarlet Witch. That's pretty accurate. This looks way better than WandaVision. I'll give them that. Like that, the outfit and everything. So there you have it. Oh, this is that. This is that book they couldn't get to. They spend half the movie trying to get to this book, and they can't even get to it. So what do? They end up going for the evil version of it to fight Wanda. And I agree with Wanda. Like Wanda's like, you hypocrite. You give me all this shit for using the Darkhold, but then you go and use it against me. Yeah, here she is. She comes to the thing here. This is like with all the Doctor Strange people are training or whatever. And she's like, give me American Chavez. No, we're not going to give it to you. So she just starts blowing up the place and killing all these people, man. And there's some guy, they actually show this. There's some guy on the ground and he had like rubble or something, or his leg was broke or something, and he's trying to crawl. And she turns and looks at him and snaps his neck. So Wanda is a fucking enemy. She's not a villain. I should say, she's not a hero in this. Just god awful garbage, man. Anyways, I think I've said everything I want to say about this piece of shit, man. This was just. They could have done so much with this, man, and just totally. They destroyed Wanda. I can't even. Doctor Strange isn't even the Sorceress Supreme in this, on top of that. This guy is the Sorceress Supreme now, because we have to have our Asian representation and all of this, and Doctor Strange just a side person in his own movie now. Even this guy said to Wanda, he's like, why isn't it enough for you that you exist in another universe with the kids? I mean, that's a legitimate question. Yeah, here's the kids. These aren't even her fucking kids, and she's just going crazy for them. Anyways, I'm glad I avoided this in the theater, and I'm glad I didn't pay a fucking dollar to see this shit, man. This thing tanked in the movie theater too. Didn't do too well. These people just do not learn, man. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.